Part 1. The Wisdom of Solitude. Have you ever felt the need for personal space or wondered why some older folks prefer solitude over social gatherings? This intriguing story about Old Phi, Uncle Chu, and Miss Kim will shed light on the importance of respecting personal boundaries and understanding social cues, especially as we age. Join us as we explore their experiences and uncover valuable lessons about maintaining harmony and peace in our relationships. You won't want to miss these insightful tales that might just change the way you view your interactions with others. Old Phi, who is 50 this year, has gotten used to enjoying solitude. When he needs to stay at home, he does so. When he needs to go out for exercise, he goes out. Even if friends come to visit, they usually meet at a restaurant outside, rarely bringing them home. A relative of his wonders, "You were so warm before. How have you become so indifferent now?" Bly says that at different ages one's lifestyle changes, especially in old age. Having seen much, the mindset is different from when young, preferring a quiet daily life, enjoying tea, gardening, or fish alone, or being with family to enjoy familial happiness. Gradually, he distanced himself from socializing, and his relationships with friends are no longer as close as when he was young because those who seem to come and go frequently are often not true friends. Rather than being hypocritically polite, it's better to be fresh and free alone. Most elderly people's lives are like this. They have their own rhythm and habits. In old age, many people are also unwilling to visit others' homes easily because they feel that in old age, things are not as easygoing, and it's not very convenient at others' homes. Sometimes, visiting can bring some trouble to oneself. Therefore, try to visit others' homes as little as possible. The main reasons are the following aspects. 1. Visiting is a form of disturbance. Have you ever been in a situation where you thought you were welcome, only to realize later that you were not? It's an uncomfortable feeling, isn't it? Today, I want to share a story about Uncle Chu, a man who learned a valuable lesson about boundaries and social cues the hard way. His experience highlights the importance of understanding and respecting the personal space of others, even when intentions are good. Let's dive into his story and see what we can learn about the delicate balance between hospitality and intrusion. Each family situation is different. In old age, most people cannot represent the whole family. Perhaps your friend, for face or other reasons, invites you over. You go happily, but it does not mean that your friend's family will welcome you. They might even feel that you are disturbing them. Uncle Chu next door says, "I am careless and never think much." Once, he saw a high school classmate in the community only to find out that they lived in the same community in his 60s. Seeing a friend from youth naturally made him very happy. The classmate invited Uncle Chu to his home for a few dishes and some drinks. Uncle Chu loves drinking but lacks drinking buddies, so he was particularly happy to have a classmate to visit regularly. On weekends, he would bring a few dishes to his classmate's house, but his classmate's wife showed a strange expression upon seeing him. Uncle Chu didn't think much, drank, and left. In the following days, he visited his friend for drinks every few days, but after a few visits, this classmate said, "Every weekend you come to drink. My wife and children have big opinions. They feel their life is disturbed." Uncle Chu realized that the initial invitation was just a polite remark. He took it seriously, thinking they really welcomed him. Uncle Chu's story serves as a gentle reminder that social interactions can be more complex than they appear. His genuine joy at reconnecting with an old friend led him to misinterpret a polite gesture as a genuine, open invitation. This misunderstanding caused discomfort for his friend's family, highlighting how essential it is to recognize and respect the unspoken boundaries within personal relationships. The core message here is the importance of being considerate and perceptive. While reconnecting with friends and making new connections is wonderful, we must always be mindful of how our actions affect others, especially within their homes and private lives. Hospitality can often be a polite formality rather than an open invitation, and it's crucial to look for cues and communicate openly to ensure that everyone feels comfortable. In a broader sense, this story encourages us to practice empathy and awareness in our social interactions. By doing so, we can foster stronger, more respectful relationships. Uncle Chu's experience reminds us that it's not just about our intentions but also about how they are perceived by others. So, let's strive to be more attentive and considerate, ensuring that our presence is always a welcome one. 2. Frequent visits can cause trouble. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where a simple comment spiraled into a big misunderstanding? Or maybe you've seen how a few words can create a rift between close friends or family members. In the story of Miss Kim, an elderly lady who enjoys socializing with her neighbors, we see how a casual remark turned her life upside down. This story is a powerful reminder of the importance of being careful with our words and finding the right balance in our social interactions. Stay with us as we explore Miss Kim's experience and uncover the valuable lessons it holds for all of us. Miss Kim upstairs says, "I'd rather stay home alone watching dramas than visit others." Miss Kim had conflicts with her daughter-in-law due to visits, and her son scolded her harshly. Miss Kim is enthusiastic. After retirement, she dances in the square with some ladies from the community. On rainy days, they take turns visiting each other's homes to chat and eat. Once at Chow's home, someone started talking about relationships with daughters-in-law. Miss Kim mentioned her daughter-in-law's lack of initiative at home, and now marrying an only child was a bit of a downside due to being spoiled. The remark was meant to be casual, but somehow it reached her daughter-in-law's ears, becoming that Miss Kim was very dissatisfied with her and that her daughter-in-law had married above her station. Living with her son and daughter-in-law, the situation became very awkward. She wanted to explain, but her daughter-in-law had a cold attitude and her son scolded her for gossiping. Because of this, Miss Kim felt visiting was not good. It's enough to dance together, talk less about others afterward, go home, and no need to get too close. Too many words might get twisted. Communication is a crucial part of our daily lives, but it can also be a source of problems if not handled carefully. The story of Miss Kim highlights why it's important to be cautious with our words, especially when socializing frequently with others. Here are some reasons why this is important. Firstly, words can easily be misunderstood or misinterpreted. When people talk a lot, there's a higher chance of saying something that might be taken the wrong way. In Miss Kim's case, her casual comment about her daughter-in-law was misheard and led to a major misunderstanding. This caused tension and conflict in her family, which could have been avoided with more thoughtful communication. Secondly, gossiping or speaking negatively about others can damage relationships. In many cultures, including American culture, trust and respect are foundational to strong relationships. When Miss Kim's comments about her daughter-in-law were spread, it broke the trust between them and created a rift. This shows how negative talk can harm relationships, making it important to think before speaking, especially about sensitive topics. Additionally, maintaining a balance in social interactions is important for personal peace. While it's good to socialize and have friends to talk to, it's also important to have boundaries. Miss Kim realized that spending time alone watching dramas was better for her than getting too involved in neighborhood gossip. This balance helps in avoiding unnecessary drama and keeps life simpler and more peaceful. Furthermore, speaking less about others and focusing on positive conversations can lead to a more harmonious community. When people avoid spreading rumors or negative comments, it creates a more supportive and positive environment. This is beneficial for everyone involved, fostering good relationships and a sense of community. In conclusion, being mindful of our words and the frequency of our social interactions is crucial. It helps prevent misunderstandings, protects relationships, maintains personal peace, and fosters a positive community atmosphere. Ms. Kim's experience is a valuable lesson in the importance of careful communication and the impact it can have on our lives. 3. Different economic conditions can cause psychological imbalance. In today's fast-paced world, the idea of living independently and avoiding unnecessary social interactions has become increasingly important. One of the main reasons is the significant difference in economic status among families, even within the same community. When families with different economic backgrounds frequently visit each other, it can lead to feelings of inferiority and jealousy. The wealthier family might unintentionally show off their prosperity, making the less wealthy one feel uncomfortable. This comparison creates a psychological gap and adds a mental burden, which can disrupt peace of mind. By choosing to live independently, we can avoid these unnecessary comparisons. Each family has its own unique situation, and it's essential to focus on our own lives rather than constantly comparing ourselves to others. This helps maintain inner peace and prevents the mental stress that comes with envy and jealousy. Moreover, today's life is exhausting and people are often too busy to engage in meaningful social interactions. Traditional celebrations like New Year greetings have lost their charm as people prefer to stay home, rest, and browse their phones. This shift indicates that life has become too demanding, leaving little room for genuine connections. Living independently also means valuing solitude, which many people misunderstand. Solitude doesn't mean loneliness or having no friends. It means being comfortable with oneself and finding contentment in our own company. As we age, this becomes even more important because people around us may gradually leave, and being able to cope with solitude helps us face future challenges. Additionally, avoiding frequent visits and social obligations reduces physical and mental stress, especially for the elderly. Hosting guests can be tiring and burdensome, leading to various troubles. Learning to be alone and enjoying one's own company becomes a vital skill. In summary, living independently and avoiding unnecessary social interactions is crucial for maintaining inner peace, avoiding comparisons, and finding true contentment in a demanding world. It's about focusing on what truly matters and embracing a lifestyle that brings tranquility and happiness. If you find these stories inspiring and they motivate you to take action, please comment 9. If not, comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time. Part 2. The greatest asset at 50. It's not a big house, but these 4 things. 1. Health. Imagine reaching the age of 50, a milestone where life takes on a new meaning. You've built a career, raised a family, and accumulated possessions. But what if the greatest asset you could have at this age isn't a big house or a hefty bank account? What if it's something far more valuable? Discover the unexpected truth about what really matters as you enter this new chapter of life. Join us as we delve into a story that reveals the 4 essential things that can make your life truly peaceful and happy after 50. Life is short, only 100 years on this journey. In your 20s, you live with youth. In your 30s, with your career. In your 40s, with wisdom. And at 50, you begin to live the true essence of life. If a 20-year-old's heart is like a stream, a 30-year-old's heart is like a river, and a 40-year-old's heart is like a roaring waterfall, then a 50-year-old's heart is like a vast ocean, calm and deep. For those in their 50s, the greatest asset isn't a big house but these 4 things. If you have these, the rest of your life will be peaceful and happy. First and foremost is health. By 50, people can anticipate illness. After 50, illness seeks them out. Therefore, if someone reaches 50 without any major health issues, they are truly blessed. Mrs. Tran is a woman over 50. In her youth, she neglected her health, often skipping meals and rarely exercising or visiting the doctor. Her poor diet led to weight gain, and she frequently ended up in the hospital due to high blood pressure. Although she has two very filial sons who always took care of her, she once overheard her eldest son complaining about how much time and effort it took to care for her, affecting his own family and work. This prompted her to take her health seriously. Over 6 months, she lost weight, improved her skin, controlled her blood pressure, and became more mobile. Since then, she's rarely been sick, allowing her children to focus on their own lives while still enjoying time with her. Health is more valuable than gold, especially for middle-aged and older people. Without it, unexpected medical expenses can devastate a family. Chronic illness not only causes personal pain, but also burdens the family, straining relationships. By maintaining good health, we reduce the burden on our children and enjoy a better quality of life. At 50, don't waste your health chasing material possessions. No amount of money can buy back your health. Trading health for wealth only leads to spending that money on medical bills. Appreciate your health, as it's your greatest asset at this age. 2. Family. Have you ever wondered what life would be like if you achieved everything you dreamed of, only to lose what truly matters? Imagine having a successful career, a beautiful family, and the world at your feet, but then making one mistake that shatters it all. This is a story of success, betrayal, and the painful realization of what we often take for granted. Listen closely, as it might make you reconsider your own life choices and values. The second greatest asset is family. I used to be a successful man with a good job, a beautiful wife, and wonderful children. My wife was understanding and never complained about my demanding job and interactions with other women. We were happy for 7 years with a son and a daughter. I focused on making money and sometimes indulged in extramarital flings, but never crossed the line until one affair resulted in a pregnancy. My wife was devastated and decided to divorce, thinking the child deserved a legitimate status. Despite my pleas, she left with our children. Afterward, I never had a real family to come home to. Although I stayed with the other woman to care for the child, we were never happy, and she eventually left, saying I wasn't fit to be a husband. Now, at 50, despite having money and status, I feel empty. I long for a family, a companion, and to spend my old age with my children. My ex-wife has moved on, and my children want nothing to do with me, believing an unfaithful man can teach them nothing good. I realize now that the greatest failure for a man is to end life without a family, wife, or children to come home to. This story teaches us a powerful lesson about the irreplaceable value of family. Despite achieving material success and social status, our protagonist ended up feeling empty and lonely because he lost the most precious thing in his life, his family. His mistake cost him the trust and love of his wife and children, showing that true happiness doesn't come from wealth or accomplishments, but from the relationships we nurture and cherish. The narrative underscores the importance of honesty, respect, and fidelity in a marriage. It warns us that neglecting these values can lead to irreversible damage and deep regret. The protagonist's extramarital affair and its consequences serve as a stark reminder that short-term pleasures can have long-term repercussions. His life, once filled with joy and stability, became a series of painful realizations and lost opportunities for genuine happiness. As he reached his 50s, the longing for a loving home became more profound. This highlights how vital family is for emotional well-being and happiness, especially as we age. The sense of emptiness he felt, despite having money and status, illustrates that material possessions can never replace the comfort and support of a loving family. His children's estrangement and his ex-wife's new life further emphasize the lasting impact of his actions. Moreover, this story reminds us that family harmony plays a crucial role in shaping our children's lives. Growing up in a supportive and loving environment fosters well-being and stability, providing a strong foundation for their future. When parents maintain a harmonious relationship, it creates a joyful and secure home, making a significant difference in their children's development and happiness. Let this story be a reminder to cherish your loved ones, to value the simple moments of togetherness, and to prioritize the bonds that bring joy and meaning to life. It encourages us to reflect on our own relationships and make conscious efforts to strengthen them. After all, in the end, it's not the money or status that fills our hearts, but the love and support of our family. The true measure of success is not in what we own, but in the connections we hold dear and the legacy of love we leave behind. 3. Financial stability. The third greatest asset is financial stability. In our youth, we work hard to build a career, aiming to save for retirement so we can live comfortably without depending on others. However, as health and energy decline with age, so does our income. Some people overly focus on providing for their children, spending all their savings without keeping any for themselves. They think it makes no difference if they give their money and property to their children sooner rather than later. But we still need to secure our own retirement. While family support is important, personal savings are crucial. Many elderly people give all their money to their children, only to face financial constraints and family disputes later. When conflicts arise, parents feel their children are ungrateful, and children think their parents don't understand their struggles, causing rifts in otherwise harmonious families. Therefore, at 50, it's essential to have a financial plan for yourself. Having savings allows you to manage your expenses independently without burdening your children. For instance, Mrs. 2, now 60, has a son who moved out after marriage. When she needed eye surgery, she used her savings and didn't rely on her son, who still took time off to care for her. This independence is a source of great comfort. In conclusion, the story underscores a fundamental truth about aging and financial independence that is often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of daily life. As we navigate the complexities of our careers and family responsibilities, it's easy to prioritize immediate needs and forget to plan for the long term. Yet, the significance of securing a stable financial future cannot be overstated. The tale of Mrs. 2 vividly illustrates how financial independence can transform the experience of aging from one of potential dependency and strain to one of dignity and comfort. Mrs. 2's decision to maintain her savings allowed her to face a medical challenge without adding stress to her son's life. This decision not only provided her with the means to handle her health issues independently, but also strengthened the bond with her son, who could support her emotionally without the added pressure of financial burden. This story serves as a poignant reminder that while our children are a vital part of our lives, our responsibility to them does not absolve us of the need to take care of ourselves. As we approach the age of 50, it becomes increasingly important to assess our financial situation and take proactive steps to ensure our future stability. This might involve reevaluating our savings plans, seeking professional financial advice, or making strategic investments. The goal is to create a safety net that allows us to live comfortably in our later years without relying solely on our children. This approach not only secures our own well-being, but also sets a positive example for the next generation about the importance of financial planning and independence. Ultimately, financial stability in old age is not just about money. It's about maintaining control over our lives, preserving our dignity, and ensuring that our relationships with our loved ones remain strong and positive. By prioritizing our financial health, we can look forward to a future where we can enjoy the fruits of our labor with peace of mind and a sense of fulfillment. So, let Mrs. Two's story inspire us to take action today for a brighter, more secure tomorrow. 4. Positive mental state. The importance of maintaining a positive mental state, especially at age 50, cannot be overstated. In American culture, there is a growing recognition of mental health's vital role in overall well-being. Here are some reasons why this mindset is crucial. Firstly, a positive mental state directly impacts our physical health. Studies have shown that individuals with good emotional health experience fewer chronic illnesses and recover faster from illnesses and surgeries. At 50, maintaining good health becomes even more important as the body's natural resilience begins to decline. A positive mindset can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve heart health. Secondly, happiness and emotional well-being lead to better decision-making. At 50, many people face significant life decisions, such as retirement planning, career changes, or how to spend their free time. A calm and positive mental state allows for clearer thinking and wiser choices. This can result in a more fulfilling and less stressful life. Additionally, emotional health plays a crucial role in relationships. Negative emotions can strain relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. At this stage of life, maintaining strong, supportive relationships is essential. A positive mindset fosters better communication, understanding, and empathy, which strengthens these bonds. Moreover, focusing on personal happiness rather than comparing oneself to others or striving to make children exceptional relieves unnecessary pressure. In American culture, there is often a strong emphasis on success and achievement. However, this can lead to burnout and dissatisfaction. By focusing on health and happiness, individuals can enjoy a more balanced and content life. Finally, recognizing the age of 50 as a turning point allows people to appreciate the fruits of their labor. After decades of hard work, this period should be about living for oneself and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. This perspective helps in creating a meaningful and joyful second half of life. In summary, maintaining a positive mental state at 50 is essential for physical health, better decision-making, stronger relationships, personal happiness, and appreciating life's achievements. This mindset leads to a healthier, more joyful, and fulfilling life. Thank you for listening. Goodbye, and see you next time. If you find these stories inspiring and they motivate you to take action, please comment 9. If not, comment 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Thank you for your valuable time.